of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Don Stedeman.
Here.
Lisa Noe.
Here.
Melanie Arbogast.
Present.
Debbie Tarian. Here. Kyle Manette.
Who's that? Excused. All right, seeking approval of the June 10th, 2013 board meeting minutes. Can I get a motion?
Motion?
All those in favor?
Aye.
I'm seeking approval of the June 25th, 2013 special meeting minutes. Can I get a motion? I support. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Perfection of the agenda. I have one item. Spoke to Sam Sanamore. He will not be here. So if you'd remove that, which is A, out of the agenda items. Everyone's received the reports, so they're on file. And the very first questions regarding the ordinance codification have come, and they're very important. It's the color of the binder, the lettering, and how the names to appear on this. It's not, it's something we need to decide. It's up to the board if they want to decide it tonight. It doesn't have to be set in stone at this point. It's just something to start thinking about. But if you're, it's very basic. There's the color schemes. And of course, here's a sample that was left with us in of the green one, and you notice that it has the blue, or the white lettering, which shows up the best on those. So do we want to proceed with picking the color, or?
I like the blue with the white. I
With
was
the blue with
just
white?
going to say that.
Shucks.
I think everybody's thinking the same thing for the Blue Lake. So can I hear a motion regarding that?
I move that we have the blue book with the white silk screen for the binder code,
Is there
binder colors.
Thank you. Is there support?
I'll support.
Roll call, please.
Don.
Yes.
Melanie.
Aye.
Debbie.
Yes.
Lisa.
Yes.
Motion is carried. And the other question regarding that was how the name should appear. This one has Code of the Township of Denton, and then on the end it has Code of the Township of Denton, Michigan. If you see. But everything we have has always read Blue Lake Township instead of Township of Blue Lake. So she did email me back. Suzanne, who we dealt with setting this up, emailed back that she had heard from Patty, who deals with that part. And here are her thoughts, suggestions on wording for the binder. She noticed Blue Lake Township is how you are primarily referenced. Our standard code title would be Township of Blue Lake, but it can read however you want. It's your choice.
Blue Lake Township.
So even our website and everything says Blue Lake Township. So it would say the code of Blue Lake Township instead of the Township of Blue Lake.
Yes.
That's fine with me.
Is there, Don? What are you thinking?
I think Blue Lake Township come first.
Instead of the Township of Blue Lake.
Correct.
Can I hear a motion regarding?
I'll make a motion to have it read Blue Lake Township.
Is there support?
Will it say the code of Blue Lake Township?
It still will say code,
There's still say code.
code of Blue Lake Township instead of, I'm not sure if it's, I'm not sure if it'll say Blue Lake Township code, but my understanding is it
Sounds like
does say
something out
code of.
west.
Do I hear support?
I support.
Roll call, please.
Don.
Yes.
Lisa.
Yes.
Melanie.
Aye.
Debbie.
Yes.
Motion is carried. Comments are at the end. Mr. Schlichting? Thank you. Okay, the next thing up is Planning Commission member appointment recommendation. I put on there my recommendation. Norm Spears' term was up June 14th, 2013, which was last month. And My recommendation is to fill that position as Nancy Fry. She's unable to be here. Huey had a class reunion in Indiana, so they were gone. I do have some information regarding her. She's lived in the township 34 years. She served in the Air Force 4 years, was a military family 19 years. She also served on the Blue Lake Township Board of Review for 6 years, Muskegon County Commissioner for 11 years, and she currently serves as secretary on the Muskegon Community College Board of Trustees. She's vice chair of Muskegon Conservation District, and she's a mediator for the Mediation and Restorative Services at the Brian Matson Center for Restorative Justice.
So, does she know anything about planning? The
She
planning
knows-
commission at all, about zoning?
She knows some. I'm not sure the total amount she knows, but she has a wide array of knowledge regarding how laws work. She was an integral part of helping fundraise regarding the lawsuit. I believe she raised approximately $10,000 regarding the defense of the lawsuit, so she was very aware of that. As county commissioner, they also have some information, not intimately of the township, regarding all the stuff that goes on.
I guess the only thing that I'm thinking is that Norm Swear was asked to be the chairman of the planning commission.
Correct.
So evidently they have great regard for him. So I guess I don't understand why we don't want to re-elect him.
Well, my case in point is mostly, if you review the minutes at all, they seem to be floundering. It's like, they're not moving forward, the same things keep coming up. No progress has been made regarding stuff they've
And the
mentioned.
position isn't,
What PUDs in particular is one thing that's kept coming up and up and up and up and hasn't been revisited, reinforced, or whatever is gonna happen. It seems to be floundering. It's the idea of a fresh perspective, new set of eyes looking at
Did we
it.
just get 2 new ones put on the planning
They're
commission?
not just new. In fact, Barbara was just reappointed. That was right after I was on, and I believe the other ones have been reappointed in the past.
Okay. What about, did you talk to him about not having?
Actually, he has been gone and will be gone, I guess, for the rest of the month. What I did talk to him about, I just asked him where he was and what he thought was important and where they were at. As far as the recommendation, like I said, I went back and was reading minutes back and back and back. So I just think a fresh perspective.
I just didn't know if it had anything to do with the new people that were on the planning commission.
No.
Because I didn't know,
Yeah.
you know, I guess I would go and talk to the people on the planning commission to
Right.
make sure he was doing his job.
Right,
Did
and
you do
I
that?
did talk to them over time, each one of them, but I still have to look at the overall picture. The planning commission by law has to meet 4 times a year. Ours meets 12, which is a large amount, considering a lot of them don't meet that often. For not having any progress or anything, just seeming to, like I said, flounder, we really need to get
But
some eyes to it.
they did do the codification. though.
They got the bids for the codification. Most of that really falls back on the board. It will involve the planning commission regarding if there is stuff along the way that needs to be, this is what the law says and has to be changed, but truthfully the bulk of it falls on the board. And yes, he did a wonderful job. I commend him for getting the bids, following up on the bids, talking to people, meeting with Suzanne, who got the information back to me very quickly regarding the simple questions that are coming up already, so.
Yeah, I just know that I talked to Lyle and he said that Norm is one of these people that are very good in compiling everything and keeping everything organized.
I understand that, but we
And
still,
that,
yeah.
you know, that he has been good in that position. So I just wonder
Yeah.
how the process
Right.
really works.
Right, I
I've never
understand
gone
that.
through that before, so, you know, I
Right.
don't know, I know you have the right to recommends somebody,
Correct.
and then the board votes on it.
Correct. Any other? I'm sorry to cut you off, please.
No, that's okay. My statement was answered listening to you.
Okay. Don?
No.
No questions?
No question.
Okay. Then I'll need a motion from the board regarding my recommendation for Nancy Fry as the planning commission member, term effective 7/8/2013 through 7/8/2016.
I second the motion.
I don't have a motion yet.
Excuse me, I make a motion that we appoint Nancy. She's been there before.
Just make your motion, please.
Okay, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I'll support.
Thank you. Could you read that back, please?
The motion was to appoint Nancy Fry as a member of the planning commission effective 7/8/2013 through 7/8/2016.
Thank you. We've heard a motion and a second. Roll call, please.
Lisa,
Yes.
Melanie,
Aye.
Don,
Yes.
Debbie.
No.
Motion is carried. White Lake Senior Contract Resolution. This is a continuation of the agreement, the same as before. And we did put $500 in the budget for this senior center, again this year. But there has to be a agreement made, and it would be from the first day of August 2013 until, continuing until July 31st of 2014. You certainly can.
Okay. It says in 7, I don't know if you have to read the whole thing or
Right.
just because we read, if we just read it. It says Blue Lake Township will pay the sum of $500 as a retainer. Does that mean that that's the amount that we pay each year is $500, or that's,
That's what we agreed to.
okay,
That's what we paid every year, what we put in the budget, and then that's what we would be paying with this one.
okay.
with
So
this
that means
agreement.
yearly we would be paying,
Only for this year.
right.
It would have to
So
come in.
we would be paying $500 a year from August 1st to July 31st.
Correct.
Okay. So we have to redo this every year, is that
Correct.
the way
We
we've
need
decided
to
to do
because
it?
every year we have to revisit this issue in the budget.
Okay, that sounds good.
But it is one that we can put money into. As far as lawfully, it is an expenditure we can
Right,
do.
because it has something to do with the taxpayers in our community.
Correct. And whatever the legislation decided. This does have a resolution number of RES 070813-01.
Need a motion?
I do need a
I
motion.
move that we accept the White Lake Senior Center contract resolution number 070813-01.
Is there support?
Support.
We got a motion and support. Roll call, please.
Debbie,
Yes.
Lisa,
Yes.
Melanie,
Aye.
Don.
Yes.
Motion is carried. Accounts payable.
Okay, accounts payable. We're doing stuff together here since, I'll try to lower my voice to sound like Lyle.
Do we need to answer this or no?
Accounts payable?
No. Something that I want to talk about is board discussion afterwards.
Regarding,
I just wanted to talk about the tax deferment.
no, but absolutely in the comments.
Okay.
If you'd like to do comments first.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, June 2013 expenses. I will read the atch warrant first. There was, does he read all of them? Social Security of $17,1572, Medicare 401.30, income withholding is $727.67 for a total of $2,844.69.
Can I hear a motion to pay that?
I move that we pay that.
Second.
We have a motion and support. Roll call, please.
Melanie,
Aye.
Debbie,
Yes.
Don,
Yes.
Lisa.
Yes.
Motion is carried.
Then on to the June expenses in the general fund, $14,606.66. Fire equipment, $216. Fire operating fund, $4,220.21. PTAF fund, $1,228.85. We did not get the consumer's energy bills in time, so there's nothing out of that fund this month. Property tax is $200. In capital fund, $965.57, for a total of $21,437.29.
Do I hear a motion to pay those?
I move that they pay.
I second it.
We have a motion and support, roll call please.
Lisa,
Yes.
Don,
Yes.
Melanie,
Aye.
Debbie.
Yes.
Motion is carried. We have hit the public comment portion. Any person may speak up to 3 minutes during the public comment. If they would kindly step up to the microphone and state their name, if they can physically. And I would actually like to start with Debbie because she has a comment she'd like to make also.
I just want to let the people know, and the taxpayers know, that we had, for tax deferments, we had articles put in the Muskegon Chronicle and in the White Lake Beacon. And because all of the treasurers in Muskegon County go together to do this, we save a lot of money. We have a great group of treasurers in Muskegon County that we meet once a month, and we have certain individuals that do this so that we can do it as a loan. So just wanted to let you know that that's going on, and there is a possibility of getting your summer taxes deferred. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Mr. Schlichting?
My name is Jim Schlichting, and these comments are addressed to all the elected folk who represent us peons here in the township. Partisan politics has no place in township government. Despite a campaign letter saying otherwise, I believe Democratic Party politics is being played by our township supervisor, as well as Don and Lisa. You have a long time serving Planning Commission chairman. Let me read. I'd like to thank you for your years of service on the Planning Commission and as Planning Commission Chair. The steps forward regarding the codification of the township ordinance is an exciting milestone, bringing our township more current with laws and becoming user-friendly for our citizens. Through the continued review of the township's master plan and zoning, making sure that what is in place is up to date and best for our citizens can be achieved. Then, 5 days before this meeting, a letter says, you're not good enough to be reappointed. We're going to vote for and put in place one of the most influential Democratic leaders, Democratic Party leaders in this county. You're not serving the public. My hand was raised for a simple question when you're talking about the color of the binder. What's the legal identification of the township? If you're going to have an official publication, why not label it as the township is legally identified? You have something on the agenda of a special meeting. Ordinance 24. Keeping the subject matter of Ordinance 24 secret is not transparency. Comments made by our supervisor over the last couple of years is you don't put too much out there because people then start making trouble. Well, I, for one, can't go online and look and see what ordinance 24 is. If this township were in the 21st century, that's something that could be done. And I'm finally going to close this by saying 9 months ago I brought to our supervisor an observation about a single-wide trailer that was put along a lake in this township with no permit. 9 months ago. I asked how that could happen. I'm still waiting for an answer. Shame on you.
Thank you for your comment. Any other comments? Vicki, if you would step up, please.
Vicki Longnecker, I have a solution for the fire department, because for years, probably since the fire department started, they've had a problem with always finding the proper addresses. I know that in previous years, they've worked hard to get people to clearly label their homes. Doesn't happen. Not even everybody on the board has labeled homes, clearly labeled homes. So solution is simple. There's a garment. I did some research on the mobile GPSs. Garment's highly rated. It's under $100 off of Amazon with a lifetime map update. I think the board ought to seriously consider it, since seconds or minutes could be at stake. That's all.
Thank you. Any other comments? Please step up to the microphone.
Steve Schrader, Blue Township Fire Department. I just wanted to tell the board about the Boy Scouts of America actually their merit badge program. As you're aware, the Boy Scouts have been coming here for a number of years, and we have assisted them in getting their fire safety merit badge. And we've been very proud to assist them in doing that. This year, we were asked to help them with 2 other merit badges, one being the Emergency Preparedness Merit Badge and the Search and Rescue Merit Badge. And I'm pleased to say that so far, this year we have assisted the Boy Scouts to earn 293 merit badges, 124 of them being in the Emergency Preparedness, 78 being in the Fire Safety Merit Badge, and 91 being in the Search and Rescue Merit Badge. And these have been both from Gerber and the Owasso Scout Reservation. And I also wanted to just say that this has been made possible because of over 40 hours of time that have been volunteered by the firefighters to assist them in earning these badges. Thank you.
Thank you.
Larry Radke, Fire Chief for Lake Township Fire Department. Just 2 quick comments. First of all, I'd like to thank the Firefighter Association for their getting us a TV mounted in our training room and DVD player and the hookups so that we could hook up to a laptop computer. And we've already used this for training and it's working out very well. So we've got a few little glitches that we have to work out, and that's just a very minor thing. So I really appreciate what they've done for us. Second, on our volunteer time, we had 12 firefighters last month. Lieutenant Schrader mentioned some of the activities we dealt with. We had 12 firefighters, put in a total of 219.5 hours during the month of June. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other comments? Would you like?
I would just like to say, I think it's great to see the Boy Scouts come over, and I didn't realize that was volunteer. I just commend you guys for doing that for the Boy Scouts. I think it's a great program for them. Thank you.
I know Steve already thanked the Firefighters Association, but I too would like to extend gratitude to all that they do for our fire department so that they can have all the really cool and technical things to continue in their training.
Stuff not in the budget?
Absolutely.
Any other comments? Hearing no other comments, meeting is adjourned. 7:25 p.m.
It's gonna be a parking lot party.
Well, there's no street. You want me to get that all set?
Right.
Firemen have really late show.
I said they open for it.
But they don't care.
Yeah, I didn't say shipwreck. Yeah, right.
The meeting ended.
When it's seconds.
The meeting ended. The meeting ended.
Keep on going.
I gotta figure out how to turn it off.
I don't know.
You got a hammer on the car.
They've never been 100%.
Let's see.
Because I mean, I checked their site, it's like $3.5 million to get it off of their site. That's their site.
Where's our Mickey? Huh? Where's our Mickey? She stayed home. She didn't want to be arrested.
All right. Thank you. You're welcome.
Hi, you want to say something to your public?
Really? I think I said enough.
I gotta figure out how to turn it off.
Michael James?
No?
Who is that?
That's the guy that helps me with the cemetery.
Okay, so I'll just mail it to him then.
Well, he said he needed to pick it up tonight or in the morning.
Oh, he's going to come here? Okay, then I'll do that. Okay, thank
He
you.
said he said he was gonna get it tonight or in the morning.
Okay.
He probably went home and fell
I'll hold
asleep.
on to it then.
He probably went home and fell asleep.
I mean, there's no excuse for not knowing.
And it's still sitting there.
And nobody should have government that don't know it. Because you never know.
No trouble tonight? No trouble tonight?
Sitting there.
No, I'm just keeping score now.
Okay, all right.
I do have one question for you. What happened to the recreation committee?
I could do
I was going through,
Scheduling problem.
meeting minutes, and the last one was in October.
We've had a scheduling problem because a couple of people dropped out and then I went on Monday. I had to skip golf today for this. Normally had it on the,
You are the chairman, right?
yeah. We usually have it on the third Monday.
Shouldn't you call a meeting and see if there's a quorum for anybody?
We don't have people.
It's not, it's not, it's just, it's not.
We got three, it's
You don't want
Larry,
to take them at Rich.
Larry,
The county went through all this with Maranatha.
look,
Yeah, well, and
the guy
a lot of
that
these address, the street signs.
And I brought
he
Maranatha.
called me and said he can't come.
Flowers.
Because
You got 20, 20
his
visions, you're still not gonna be able to read
Maranatha
it.
tried to
breathing problem turned into cancer.
Oh, boy.
all
He's out.
everything else. By a
The other
lot.
guy is the director of the camp over here,
Their property. Which were
Steve,
controlled by the donor.
the radio guy.
Over at Wasapie or?
No,
But I think every vehicle.
I don't know.
And every personal vehicle.
But he's so
They go
busy.
on
It's like,
should have a
busy
driver.
One right to collect taxes.
Well, you know,
We need to sit down.
Norm Swift called long and hard to get that committee appointed because our planning, our recreation plan dictates it needs a committee, and it also says if we get something started, we can get grant money. The state has got more money for recreation than they do to fix.
I know, and every time I turn around, and what did I talk, I talked to the guy from the Ken Halka.
The Boy Scouts from
He told me, he said, if you're doing something that gets people access to water, it's all on a point system.
Yeah, and you can get all kinds of money, but you gotta get something started, you know.
Written and phone document.
If I was you and I was the chairman, I would call a meeting, and if whoever shows up, record it, and get something started. Otherwise, she was talking about,
Muskegon
the
County
planning
Commission
commission not doing
is the
anything.
only entity that
The
can
recreation committee is not even meeting
Scouts to have
Those guys
their
meet
acreage exempt.
12 times a year,
once a month.
and they don't get paid.
And
They get paid.
to the prior supervisor.
Because Ken wanted me to take his place.
Ken
Nobody
Wilson?
could come up with the
Yeah.
documentation granting the exemption.
Well, they appointed
Chicago
one of the
Scouts
barbs.
enjoy.
But they only need to do it
The
4 times a year,
exemption
according
is
to the,
very simple.
Well, according to the
State of
statute,
Michigan
yeah.
allows
Yeah.
camps.
Yeah.
so it's costing us a lot of money.
You have to have.
Well, it could be, but
More
they
than
have
50%
been working
of
up
your
until
membership
this codification thing
as
started,
residents of Michigan.
because they don't dare make any changes to an ordinance
Because
during this
probably
codification
50
period.
50
What this
plus
does,
one
it takes the
percent
ordinances
of their
and puts them
campers
into
come from
a
Michigan.
legal, organized, systematic process.
disagree with that.
Well,
And while they're doing
And not only
that,
that,
they
but
check
it's
to
supposed to be
see if
non-profit.
there is any
they make it
conflicts
proper.
from one ordinance to
They hide
another.
it somehow or
And
another.
then they make recommendations
That was
Yeah.
my
as to what should
assumption
be
with the
changed
Lake
or
Fine
not
Arts
be
Camp.
changed. They can't do it, they
It sounds like they
can
need a bunch of lawyers in there. so they-
Pioneer,
That's what they are. They are, they're a group of lawyers.
Pendleton,
And,
they were all
in fact, our
qualified
attorney
for
Doug Hughes offered
their
to
property tax
do
exemptions.
the codification, but the planning
Based
commission
on
decided, no,
50%
you're too close to the
or
township.
more
You have written some of these
of their
ordinances.
membership being
You
Michigan
shouldn't be
residents.
looking over your own work.
The
And
only
so they
exemption
come up with this
allowed
company, and we're paying them over $10,000
is a grant,
to get this
an
done.
authorization from the
And
Muskegon
it's
County
gonna take
Commission
time, and if the planning commission were to
extend that exemption.
start
No such
changing
grant has ever been
things that they
requested
deem necessary,
or made
say in the zoning ordinance,
to the Muskegon
or
County
any other
Commission.
ordinance,
A
then
local
they could be
government,
changing something that the
township,
codification
city,
people
village,
have already
has
done,
no
or
standing,
have changed it in a different manner.
none.
Mm, okay.
There
You know,
is
so you
no
gotta go back
provision
to legal
for a local
ease.
government to
And
grant
another thing
tax
too,
exemptions.
several years ago,
For camps.
it was probably about 6, 8 years ago,
This trailer.
we, as a board, charged the planning commission with the job of rewriting the, what they call the administrative
Not this
ordinances.
one.
Everything outside
The
of the zoning
The
ordinance.
north side of the
We
creek.
got,
Okay.
we got an
Okay.
ordinance
The
for
first
animal
House
control,
of,
for
the
instance.
first
That's
building up
called
there
an
is the old
administrative
guest
ordinance.
lodge.
Yep.
It is not
That's
within the
intended
zoning
to be
ordinance.
refurbished by
And
the staff
we
association.
asked the planning commission to come up with
The
something for
second,
fences.
the second
We asked them to
structure
come up
in
with something for private
was a
roads
cabin.
and
I think that's the
driveways.
east side.
We
so
asked them for something to come up with something for
Four.
signs. Within the
That
zoning
cabin no
ordinance, there is a
longer
small
exists,
one paragraph about
but
signs.
A
Well,
temporary electric drop was put
Because
in,
there
and a single wire
are signs in our township
was
that are not
installed.
conforming to that, then we thought, well, maybe we better give people a little more latitude in what signs they want. So
They're, the
uh,
people that own it or
they put together
part of it.
a
they're not
fence
gonna be
ordinance,
satisfied when
they
it's
put
put
together a
single wide
sign
in there. They're gonna
ordinance,
start
they put together a road
remodeling
ordinance.
and Putting up.
Well, it was
No,
shut down
he's
by the
smart
public.
enough, he's a contractor out of Muskegon.
We published
we were
notice,
over ordinance.
That doesn't make
and the people said, we're too regulated.
He's a
Yeah.
contractor.
We
out
don't
of
want them,
Muskegon.
so it
He's
never
done
happened.
Road work
Well,
and
at the
other
same
things
time,
for
our
Boston.
attorney looked over what was being
He
done.
said, gee,
and
can I
he
bring
admonished
my
the
old
board.
construction trailers in?
He told them, you do not
And-
put your planning commission in
Well,
charge
bullshit
of
started.
administrative
It was,
ordinances.
Oh, well.
Their
they're gonna be
only
building-
statutory
they're gonna
job
be
is
refurbishing the gas
to
lodge.
take care of the zoning
So,
ordinance
we're just
and
doing
planning
a
for that.
temporary drop.
Period.
And we're
No
putting
more,
a
no
construction
less.
trailer in.
And so that's what we
3
did.
years ago?
We
Yeah.
took away
And my
everything
comment
except the zoning ordinance
to
from the
the
planning commission.
township
Yep.
has
They
been,
were meeting twice a month,
you know,
because
why
they
do
were
you need a
doing
pen to keep a
zoning
course?
ordinance in one meeting, and
Which
then they were
was
doing these
going on.
administrative things the
Why
other
do you
meeting.
need a dock
So then they cut it down
paddle
to half,
boats
because
and
that's all they had
rowboats
to do,
and
was
resin
the zoning
furniture?
ordinance.
If
And
this
we
is
can't
just a
expect them to
construction
step
trailer
back in
for
again
a project going
when
on
the
next
attorney
door.
has already
I'm a
admonished the
member of the
board
staff
for,
association.
so stop and think about
There's
it.
no local
Are we
contractor
going
involved
to
with what we're doing with
continue
that
the way we
structure.
have in the past,
That's just like the
when we got
recreation
admonished by
committee that you were
the
on.
attorney?
Since you left there.
Or are we going to
They
move
haven't had a
forward?
meeting. And just to
So-
refresh everybody's memory,
This thing
the
with,
reason I left that
and
is
Norm
because
spent
this supervisor
years
sat
and
in
time
open
and
meeting
effort
and
into
asked
getting
me
things in
point
shape.
blank,
He was
how do you make
responsible
your
to
money?
get the codification
Remember
process
this?
started,
That's right.
and he doesn't,
So,
You know that's wrong.
what?
You know that's wrong. I don't even believe you're going there. You know, I was coming over to say hi to you and, be nice to you, and you would spread something like that?
Spread what?
That she asked about how you make your money?
That's right.
You sat there at that meeting and joked about the name of your business, saying it sounded like a porn site. And then she said, well, what is your
That
business?
is not
That's
not
exactly what
correct.
you said.
That is
That-
not what happened.
That's what happened, Jim. I was
Three-
sitting right there.
3 meetings before, what's her name, started in asking me how I made my money. It wasn't started by Melanie. It was started by Barb, whatever her
You
name
just
is.
said Melanie asked you how you made your money.
Let me,
But you're the one
let
that
me
started
finish
it.
because you're not telling it straight. We then were in that meeting and she said to me, how do you make your money? And I said, well, if you look at the name of the company, you can assume I just make pornography.
You got it backwards. You said that about the name of your company, and you're the one that joked about it. That it
Sure,
sounded
I
like a
joked
porn
about it.
site.
After being asked by another committee member,
Oh, then it
First.
wasn't Melanie.
and then Melanie.
No, it was Barb Grove.
It was Barb Grove first, and I didn't give her a straight answer. And then Melanie picked it up at that meeting. And you, as chairman, should have put a stop to it in the first place. Because it was an inappropriate question to be asked at a committee meeting.
What's the big deal?